slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented
Good evening, Yankees fans. You're here on Yankees The Ugly Truth with Ken, and we're going to be calling Game 2 of the Subway Series tonight. We are probably about 5 or so minutes before game time. So I'd like to give a shout out to all that are here. Yanks for Life, Margaret, John the Beagle Dad, Jonathan, Natalie, Kaz, John Mazzola, and I think that's all. So thank you. I appreciate y'all taking time out of your busy Saturday afternoon / evening to listen to a little bit of baseball. As you know, last night the Yankees took game 1 of the Subway Series. So we are posed if we can take it to the Mets tonight to win the Subway Series in Citi Field, and it would be the first time that we've done it since 2018. It's been a long time since we took 2 out of 3 from the Mets here at Citi Field. And I'm going to go over the lineups for tonight. This one's a little bit different for the Yankees. Leading off for the Yankees is going to be the DH, Ben Rice. Hitting in the 2-hole is going to be right fielder Aaron Judge, the captain. Hitting in the 3-hole is going to be left fielder Cody Bellinger. Cleaning up tonight is going to be our first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. Hitting in the 5-hole is going to be second baseman Jazz Chisholm. In the 6-hole is going to be third baseman Ahmed Rosario. Hitting in the 7th hole and anchor in the bottom half of the lineup is going to be center fielder Trent Grisham. Anthony Volpe will be at shortstop, hitting in the 8th hole. And Austin Wells will be bringing up the rear in the 9th hole. And on the mound for the Yankees tonight is going to be Carlos Rodon, making his second start of the 2026 season. So hopefully he has a better outing than he did last time. And for the New York Mets, Carson Bench will be leading off, playing right field. Hitting out of the 2-hole is going to be shortstop Bo Bichette. In the 3-hole will be left-handed or left fielder Juan Soto. At first base will be Mark Vientos, hitting cleanup. In the 5-hole is going to be second baseman Marcus Semien. And center field in the 6-hole is going to be Ewing. DHing and hitting in the 7th hole is going to be Sizzler this evening. Brett Beatty will be in the 8th hole playing third base. And bringing up the rear is going to be Luis Torrens, former Yankee catcher. And on the mound is going to be Heskar Brazaban. So it looks like the Mets are going with a bullpen game for tonight. If you did not hear, the 115-mile-an-hour line drive that ricocheted off of Clay Holmes's leg yesterday fractured his tibia. So he is going to be out for at least 6 weeks while the bone recovers. Hey, Robert. Welcome to the stream. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, we have an active poll running. If you haven't, please drop your vote. Let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. We also have a goal for super chats. Any 5 super chats tonight, and I will gift a free membership. We are currently at 9 likes, so if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. Goal, is 30 likes for every live play-by-play. And if you are not, please consider subscribing. Actually, before that, this broadcast is being simulcast on the Hardcore Sports Network with Mitch's guys. So thank you, Mitch, for doing that. If you are not subscribed to Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees, The Ugly Truth, please consider doing so. We are at 721 subscribers at this point. Our milestone is 725, so we are 4 away. Hey, Sean, welcome. All right, brother, appreciate you being here. And it looks like the first person after Brazabod coming out of the hopper is going to be David Peterson, a lefty. So hits the lefty heavy light up, or the anti lefty light up that we have. So, how we feel about tonight's game? Do we think that we're going to close out the series tonight? And Brazabod is throwing the last of his warm up pitches, and it looks like Rice is headed to the box. So, Ben Rice wants to set the table for Aaron Judge. And the first pitch for Brazabon is off the plate. Count is 1-0 to Rice. That was a 93-mile-an-hour sinker. And Brazabon sets and fires, and the next pitch is off the plate. Count is 2-0 on Rice. And Brazabon sets and fires, and the sinker is inside. Count is 3-0 on Big Ben. And the pitch is on the way, and that is going to be in there for a call. Strike one. Count is 3-1 on Rice. And the pitch is on the way, and this is a towering pop-up. Torrens is tracking it behind the plate, and he is going to make the catch for the first out of the inning, and we are underway. All rise. The judges in the chambers. Judge has 7 first-inning home runs this season. Let's see if he can make it 8. And the first pitch is on the way, and that is a sinker off the plate. Count is 1-0 on the captain. Next pitch is on the way, and the sinker catches the top of the strike zone. Count is 1-1 on the captain. Brazabon sets and fires, and that pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2 on the captain. And Judge takes time out in his traditional 2-strike event. Picks up some dirt and chucks it to the sides. Getting his mind right and ready to drive one. Hopefully. Pitch is on the way, and the sinker is down low. Count is even at 2-2. Brazabon sets and fires, and the changeup bounces in the dirt. Count is now full, 3-2. Brosbon sets. Pitch is on the way, and Judge swings and misses at the changeup for the second out of the inning. Brosbon's first strikeout of the night. And the fans are cheering profusely on a Judge strikeout. Coming up to bat is Cody Bellinger. And the first pitch is on the way, and the sinker is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1 on Belly. Next pitch is on the way, and the changeup is down low. Count is 1-1. Hey, SGA. Next pitch is on the way, and it is a sinker down low. Count is 2-1 on Belly. Pitch is on the way, and that is a changeup down low. Count is now 3-1 on Bellinger. Brosbon sets and fires, and the sinker catches the inside corner for call. Strike two. Count is full on Cody. Brosbon sets. Pitch is on the way, and Bellinger hammers this one down the right field line. This is deep, but it is just hooking foul. Belly was within inches of giving the Yankees a 1-0 lead. Pitch is on the way, and this is tapped in front of the plate, and he is going to tag Bellinger. Bellinger doesn't leave the box. And that is going to do it for the Yankees in the top of the first. Well. Didn't that suck? Certainly not the auspicious start that we were looking for. However, it's early in the game, and it's baseball. All right, from our today's scoreboard, the Blue Jays defeated the Tigers 2-1. Cardinals beat the Royals 4-2. Rockies beat the Diamondbacks 4-2. Phillies beat the Pirates 6-0. Nationals beat the Orioles 13-3. The Marlins beat the Tampa Bay Rays 10-5. Good for us. The Guardians were leading the Reds 2-1 in the top of the fifth. Astros lead the Rangers 1-0 in the bottom of the first. White Sox lead the Cubs 3-0 in the bottom of the first. Twins and Brewers are locked up at zeros in the bottom of the first. Red Sox and Braves are locked up at zeros in the top of the first. As you know, heading to the bottom of the first, the Yankees and Mets are locked up at zeros. And in Seattle, the Padres and the Mariners are locked up at zeros in the top of the first. And that is our active scoreboard for the day thus far. If you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We have 11 votes at this time. Thank you for those who have opted in and voted. Let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. We are currently at 11 likes, 19 short of our 30. So please hit the like button, share the channel out. And it looks like Rodon is throwing the last of his warm-up pitches as Benj comes to the plate. Benj is hitting 308 on the season. First pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 0-1. And Rodon sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off again. Count is 0-2. And the pitch is on the way, and Ben just manages to tap the slider foul. Count remains 0-2. Rodon sets and fires, and that ball is tap foul. Count remains 0-2. Hey, Thomas, welcome to the stream. Next pitch is on the way, and that is tap foul. So we are heading to the sixth pitch of the at bat. And the ball is grounded to first. Golsey fills it and fires it to Rodon. Rodon touches the bag, and that is going to be the first out of the inning. And I really hate listening to commentaries from Fox, especially John Smoltz's Yankee hating ass on there. Coming up to bat is Bo Bichette, hitting .213 on the season, 2 home runs, 18 RBIs, and a .540 OPS. And Rodon sets, and the first pitch is on the way. And the slider is just off the plate. Rodon sets, and the next pitch is on the way, and that is a four-seamer up high. Count is 2-0 on Bichette. That fastball was at 96 miles an hour, so good to see that his four-seamer is picked up a little click. Next pitch is on the way, and that is swung on and missed. Count is 2-1. Rodon sets and fires, and that pitch bounces into the dirt. Count is 3-1. Rodon sets, fires, and the pitch is foul down the right field line. Count is now full, 3-2. And Rodon sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is chop foul down the first base line. Count is going to remain 3-2. Rodon is at 13 pitches thus far, 10 for strikes. So he's where we need him to be tonight, unlike his first start of the season. Next pitch is on the way, and the fastball is fouled off. Maybe time to come in with a slider. And the pitch is on the way, and this is line to center field. Christian makes a fine running play to right center field. And that is the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Juan Soto. So Soto has a mixed crowd of cheers from the Mets fans and boos from the Yankees fans. And Rodon sets. Pitch is on the way, and the sinker paints the outside corner for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. And Rodon sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is hammered through the infield to right field. Judge is going to field it and get it in. Soto is thinking about going for two, but with the cannon on Judge's arms, he thought better of that maneuver and headed back to first base. Coming up to bat is Mark Vientos. There is a runner at first with two outs. And the first pitch is up out of the strike zone. Count is 1-0 on Vientos. Thanks, Jazz. Appreciate the shout out about my short. Rodon sets. And he fires, and the fastball is swung on and missed. Count is 1-1. Rodon sets and fires, and the changeup is swung over the top of and missed. Count is 1-2 on Vientos. Vientos calls timeout. And Rodon sets, and the pitch is swung on and missed for strike three. And that is going to do it for the Mets in the bottom of the first. And it looks like Patterson may be coming in. He's warming up in the bullpen. So Russ Bond may have taken one inning, and that's all she wrote. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We have 12 votes thus far. So thank you for those who have participated in the vote. And if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. We are currently at 11 likes. 30 is our goal for all of our live play-by-plays, so we are 19 away. And if you haven't, please consider subscribing to the Hardcore Sports Network, who is simulcasting this play-by-play as he has been for most of the season, or Yankees The Ugly Truth. If you ask yourself why you would want to subscribe to Yankees The Ugly Truth, well, this is what we provide. We call live play-by-plays almost every game. Last season, during the regular season, I called 146 New York Yankee games. I drop a boatload of shorts that have some highlights, different perspectives from most other Yankee content creators. So if you get a chance, head on over and check it out. Let me know what you think. And we additionally hold open panels here. So I invite anybody who wants to come up to the stream and talk a little bit of baseball. Hey, Tyler, we got you over from Hardcore Sports Network. Welcome. Appreciate you being here. So, coming up in the top of the second is going to be Paul Goldschmidt, Jazz Chisholm Jr., and Ahmed Rosario. Rosario is the left-handed pitching killer, and so is Paul Goldschmidt. So I'm anticipating that they're going to try to hold Peterson out, let Bond pitch as much as he can. And the first pitch to Goldie is on the way, and that is a bit high. Count is 1-0 on Goldie. Goldie's hitting .262 on the season, 4 home runs, 10 RBIs, and a .615 OPS. Rosbond sets, and the next pitch is up high. Count is 2-0 on Goldie. Rosbond sets, and he fires, and the sinker is swung on and missed by Goldschmidt. Count is 2-1. Rosbond sets and fires, and Goldie hammers this one down the third base line foul. Count evens up at 2-2. What color is your goose? Hey, John the Beagle Dad, welcome to the stream. Rosbond sets and fires, and Goldie fouls this one back. Count remains 2-2. Rosbond has 23 pitches down. Rosbond sets and fires, and Goldie swings at the changeup and misses for strike 3. So that is the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Jazz Chisholm Jr. Jazz had a good night last night. Hey, Jonathan, welcome. And it looks like Peterson is coming in. So hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more, no more. You're out of here. All Jazz has to do is shut his yap and play ball. No drama on the field, no drama off the field. Just play. Do your job, the thing that you're being paid to do. Well, well, well. If you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We have 12 votes in our poll. So thank you for those who have participated. The poll is in Rodon's second start of the 2026 season. How many strikeouts will he get? And you have a variety of answers. Hey, Tyler, welcome to the stream. That is fine. No issues there whatsoever. And I actually know who subbed this time. So we have a home run from Tyler for becoming our 722nd subscriber. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you trusting us to provide some quality content for you. Thank you, sir. And Peterson sets. First pitch to Jazz is a sinker in there for call. Strike one. That came in at 93 miles an hour. Next pitch is on the way, and this is driven to right field. It's going to take a one hop off the right field wall. Jazz is rounded first, heading to second, and he is going to be in there, standing up safe. So that is the first hit for Jazz tonight. Coming up to bat is Ahmed Rosario. Situational hitting, baby. Just do what you do. All right. Well, Hardcore Sports is a great network. They have a lot of variety on what you could possibly watch there. And Peterson sets, checks on the runner at second, and the pitch is a fastball way up high. Count is 1-0 on Ahmed. And the pitch is on the way, and it is a swung on and missed. Count is 1-1. Rosario is hitting .268 on the season, 4 home runs, 15 RBIs, and an .808 OPS. Pitch is on the way, and it is chopped up the middle. Peterson's going to field and fire to first, but Jazz Chisholm is going to advance to third. So the Yankees have a runner at third base with 1 out. Trent Grisham is coming up to bat. So let's see if Captain Clutch can come through and plate the Yankees' first run of the night. And Grishbaum is in the plate. Pitch is on the way, and this is bounced through the infield to the left side, and Jazz is going to walk home. So Captain Clutch comes through once again, giving the Yankees a 1-0 lead. Coming up to bat is Anthony Volpe. Volpe has not gotten a hit since he was recalled earlier in the week. The first pitch is down low. Count is 1-0. Volpe did have 3 walks yesterday, so next pitch is on the way, and it is down low. Count is 2-0. Next pitch is on the way, and it is up and off the plate. Count is 3-0 on Volpe. And Peterson sets and fires, and the pitch is down low for ball 4. So that is going to be a 4-pitch walk for Volpe. Yankees are going to have runners at first and second with 2 outs. No, I didn't say klutz. I said clutch. And there's a mound visit going on as Austin Wells comes to the plate. All right, Austin, just a little bit of bingo. Not the fence. You don't have to go for the bomb. Just a line drive. You know me, I generally don't run players down. I will call out inadequacies. However, I won't trash a player. Wells is hitting 173 on the season, 3 home runs, 5 RBIs, and a 568 OPS. And the pitch is on the way, and Wells hammers this one foul down the right field line. Count is 0-1 on Wells. All right, Austin, a little bit of bingo. Next pitch is on the way, and the slider is off the plate. Count is evened at 1-1. Peterson sets and fires, and that pitch is in there for call. Strike 2. I don't know. I think he missed the plate, but Wells is not challenging. So the count is 1-2. Anticipate a slider coming, and the slider is off the plate. Count is evened at 2-2. And Peterson sets. Pitch is on the way, and the curveball catches the inside portion of the plate for call. Strike 3. And that is going to do it for the Yankees in the top of the second, but not before the Yankees get a run to take a 1-0 lead. Well. Uh-oh.
Let's go Yankees.
You got to get up here, buddy.
Let's go Yankees.
Let's go Yankees. Tell them you're feeling better.
I feel better.
All right. I love you.
Love you.
All right. Give me a kiss. All right. Be good. All right. You too. And what do you got to say?
Let's go Yankees.
All right. Let's go Yankees. And it is approaching the hour of 8 o'clock, so the young lad has to get ready for bed. All right. Coming up to bat in the bottom of the second for the Mets is going to be Marcus Semien, Ewing, and just Slater. Blah, blah, blah. And from our current active scoreboard, the Reds lead the Guardians 4-2 in the top of the sixth. Astros lead the Rangers 2-0 in the bottom of the second. White Sox lead the Cubs 3-0 in the bottom of the third. The Brewers and Twins are locked up at zeros in the top of the third. Braves are leading the Red Sox 1-0 in the bottom of the third. As you know, going to the bottom of the second, Yankees lead the Mets 1-0. Padres lead the Mariners 1-0 in the top of the second. And we have 2 games to start later this evening, but that is our active scoreboard at this moment. For those of you that are here, if you have not, please drop your vote in our active poll. How many strikeouts will Carlos Rodon get tonight? And we have another home run from our chat. We have our 723rd subscriber, so thank you very much for trusting us to provide you some quality content. And the first pitch from Rodon is fouled into the left field stands. Count is 0-1. Semien is hitting .229 on the season, 3 home runs, 14 RBIs. Rodon sets and fires, and that slider bounces in the dirt. Count is evened at 1-1. Rodon sets and fires, and the slider is waved at for strike two. Count is 1-2. Rodon sets and fires, and the ball is tipped into the glove of Wells for strike three. That is Rodon's second strikeout of the night. Pay attention to those voting in the active poll. Well, I'd like to see 1,000 subs by the end of the season, but you never can tell, brother. And Rodon sets, and the first pitch is on the way, and that slider catches the bottom of the strike zone. Count is 0-1 on Ewing. Rodon sets and fires, and the slider is way off the plate. Count is even at 1-1. It's funny, listen to this Fox commentary. They have done nothing but talk about what the Mets need to do to win and bash the Yankees. Rodon sets and fires, and this pitch is skied to left field. Bellinger is backing it up. He tracks it and makes the play for the second out. Rodon is currently at 28 pitches. Pitch count is well under control. Slater is coming up to bat. Rodon sets. And the pitch is on the way. And that four-seamer is up high. Count is 1-0 on Slater. Slater is hitting .220 on the season. No home runs, 2 RBIs, and a .527 OPS. Rodon sets. And he fires. The next pitch is on the way, and that is fouled straight back. Count is 1-1. Is this the Austin Slater that we traded for at the deadline this past year? And Rodon sets. Pitch is on the way, and the ball is in there for call. Strike two. Count is 1-2 on Slater. Next pitch is on the way, and the slider is down low. Count is even at 2-2. What color is your goose? And Rodon sets and fires, and the pitch is right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike three. So that is a 1-2-3 for Rodon in the bottom of the second. So that must be the Austin Slater, because that's damn sure what he did as a Yankee. Coming up to bat in the top of the third for our Yankees is going to be Big Ben Rice, Aaron Judge, and Cody Bellinger. They are currently 0 for 3, but I have the sneaking suspicion that that trend is not going to continue. For those of you just hopping into the stream, we're headed to the top of the third. The Yankees lead the Mets 1-0. Rice, Judge, and Bellinger coming up to bat. Rodon has looked pretty solid this evening. He has 3 strikeouts thus far. And speaking of Rodon and strikeouts, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We currently have 17 votes, so thank you for everyone who has participated with our active poll. And if you have not, please hit the like button and share the channel out. Our goal for every stream is 30 goals per live stream. We're currently at 19, so anything that you can do to help us out would be most appreciated. And this stream is being simulcast on the Hardcore Sports Network. So if you haven't, please consider subscribing to them. They offer you a variety of programming from basketball, baseball, football, wrestling, and I believe hockey too. Here at Yankees Egg the Truth, I'm strictly baseball. Primarily a Yankee fan, but I'll talk about any team, any player, baseball in general, because I am a huge baseball fan. If you're wondering why you should why you should consider subscribing, if you like live play-by-plays, I call a boatload of them. And if you're into shorts, I drop a lot of those too. Since the off season, I've dropped, I believe, 150 shorts. And just for the average fan, I have open panels so that anybody can come up and talk baseball. So if this appeals to you, please consider subscribing. And the first pitch to Rice is in there for call, strike one. Slider painted the heart of the plate. Rice is 0 for 1 on the day. Next pitch is on the way, and the slider is off the plate. Count is evened at 1-1. Peterson sets, fires, and the slider catches the outside portion of the plate for call, strike two. Count is 1-2. Peterson sets and fires, and this is weakly tapped to Simeon. Simeon fills it and fires it to Vientos for the first out of the inning. All rise. The judge is in the chambers. So let's see if the captain can get a little bit of rat-a-tat going on. He's 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. And once again, as Judge steps to the plate, he has a hail of boos from these crappy Met fans. Peterson sets, and Judge fouls this one straight back. Count is 0-1. Peterson sets. Pitch is on the way, and the captain swings and misses for strike two. Count is 0-2. And that is a goal in the trash can. And Peterson sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is hammered to right field. That is going to be a line drive single. Bench is going to get the ball in. Judge is going to have a single to right field. Coming up to bat is Cody Bellinger. And Bellinger is 0 for 1 on the night with a 1-inch ground out in front of the plate. And the first pitch to Belly is going to paint the outside corner. Sinker is called. Strike one. Count is 0-1 on Belly. Peterson sets and fires, and Bellinger fouls the pitch off down the third base line. Count is 0-2 on Belly. Yankees have a runner at first with 1 out, and Cody Bellinger coming up to bat. Is up to bat. Count is 0-2 on Belly. Peterson sets and fires, and that slider is going to paint the outside corner for call, strike three. So Belly is retired with a good morning, good afternoon, and good night 3-pitch strikeout. Not good situational hitting. So that is the second out. Coming up to bat is Jazz Chisholm. 1 for 1 on the day and started his afternoon with a double. Actually, it's Paul Goldschmidt. Never mind. Screwed that one up. And the first pitch is on the way, and the changeup is inside and low. Goldie is 0 for 1 on the night. He struck out looking his first at-bat. Peterson sets. Pitch is on the way, and the slider misses outside. Count is 2-0. And Peterson sets. Pitch is on the way, and the sinker is inside. Count is now 3-0 on Goldie. Peterson sets, and he fires, and the pitch is called strike one. That damn pitch was off the plate. But Goldie, once again, is not going to challenge. All right. A little bit of news from Sean Browning. And the pitch is on the way, and this is lined into left field. So Judge is going to round second and advance to third. So the Yankees have runners on the corner. Jazz Chisholm is up to bat. And 1-for-1 on the day with a double. And the news that John Howes is Pittsburgh Steelers related. Aaron Rodgers signs a 1-year, $13 million deal. So now they have their quarterback. Let's just hope they can keep him upright. First pitch is on the way, and the slider is going to catch the top of the strike zone for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1 on Jazz. A little bit of bingo, baby. A little bit of bingo. Just a base hit. And Peterson sets. Pitch is on the way, and the slider catches the top outside portion of the strike zone for call. Strike two. Count is 0-2 on Jazz. Pitch is all the way, and Jazz swings and misses at the curveball for strike three. So that is going to be a good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Jazz. So the Yankees are going to leave two on base. Heading to the bottom of the third. Brett Beatty, Louis Torrens, and Carson Benz are coming up to bat. So that's going to be 8, 9, and 1. And in our active scoreboard, the Reds have a 4-3 lead on the Guardians in the bottom of the sixth. Astros have a 2-0 lead on the Rangers in the top of the fourth. White Sox are leading the Cubs 5-0 in the top of the fourth. The Twins have taken a 1-0 lead on the Brewers in the top of the fourth. The Red Sox and the Braves are locked up at 1 apiece in the top of the fourth. As you know, heading to the bottom of the third, Yankees have a 1-0 lead on the Mets. Padres have a 1-0 lead on the Mariners in the bottom of the third. And later this evening, the Dodgers and the Angels will be kicking it off at 9:38. And at 9:40, the Giants and the Athletics will be kicking it off. That is your active scoreboard at this moment. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We have 19 votes at this time. So please let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. And if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. We are at 22 likes. Our goal for every live stream is 30. So most appreciated if you can help us meet our goal. Hey, D-Rod, welcome to the stream. And this stream is being simulcast on the Hardcore Sports Network. If you have not considered subscribing to them, please do so. And you are here on Yankees The Ugly Truth. We are at 723 subscribers. Our next goal point is 725, so we're 2 away from it. So if you haven't, please consider subscribing to Yankees The Ugly Truth. And if you ask yourself why, if you like live play-by-plays, well, I call almost every game. If you like shorts, I drop a boatload of them. And I have open panels for everybody to come up and talk baseball. And the first pitch is on the way to Beatty, and that is a sinker down low. Count is 1-0. Next pitch is on the way, and this is fouled off. Count is 1-1. Rodon sets and fires, and that pitch is swung on and missed for strike two. Count is 1-2. So let's wind him up and knock him down. Rodon has 3 strikeouts on the night. Is Beatty going to be number 4? Rodon sets. Pitch is on the way, and the slider is tap foul into himself. So the count is going to remain 1-2. And Rodon sets. Pitch is on the way, and the slider bounces in the dirt and is going to go all the way to the backstop. Count is 2-2. For those of you just hopping into the stream, we're in the bottom of the third. Yankees have a 1-0 lead. There is nobody on, nobody out. 2-2 count on Brett Beatty. Hey, Cruz, welcome to the stream. And Rodon sets. Pitch is on the way, and the slider is swung on and missed for strike 3. That is going to be the 4th strikeout of the night for Carlos. Pitch count is looking pretty solid at 39 pitches in the 3rd inning with 1 out. Coming up to bat is former Yankee catcher Luis Torrens. Yankees have populated the major leagues with catchers out of our system. And the first pitch is on the way, and Torrens fouls this down the first base side. Count is 0-1. Yes, they did. And Rodon sets and fires, and that pitch cannot be check swinged. And the first base umpire says, no, there you go. So the count is 0-2 on Torrens. And Rodon sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is tap foul. Count is going to remain 0-2. And Rodon sets, fires, and the changeup is just tap foul. Count is going to remain 0-2. And John Smoltz, please just shut up. You are driving me crazy, brother. We understand the Yankees kicked your ass in the 96 World Series and you hate them. Get over it. Next pitch is on the way, and the slider is fouled off. Count remains 0-2 as we head to the 6th pitch of the at-bat. Rodon sets and fires, and the 4-seamer is way up high. Count is even at 1-2, not even. And Rodon sets and fires, and the pitch is going to miss just inside. Count is now full. I think that I might have challenged that one. In yesterday's game, by the second inning, the Yankees had lost both their challenges. Maybe they're being conservative tonight. Rodon sets and fires, and the changeup is down low. Count is now full, 3-2 from 0-2 to 3-2. And we're coming to the ninth pitch of the at bat. Rodon sets and fires, and that pitch is fouled straight back. So this is a 10 pitch at bat coming up. Rodon sets and fires, and that pitch is in there for call. Strike 3. So Rodon wins that one, and that is Rodon's 5th strikeout of the night. Coming up to bat is Carson Benj, 0 for 1 on the night. And Rodon sets and fires, and that one bounces about 54 feet in front of the plate. Count is 1-0. Rodon sets and fires, and the sinker just misses low. Count is 2-0. And Rodon sets and fires, and that pitch is called ball 3, but Wells is challenging it. Definitely looked like it was a strike. And the call is overturned. Yankees retain both challenges. The count goes to 2-1. The entire ball was in the strike zone, so I don't know what the hell the umpire was looking at. And Rodon sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is foul down the right field line. So the count is going to go to 2-2. All right, Darth Rodon, time to shut it down and get number 6. And Rodon sets. Pitch is on the way. The slider is fouled down the third base line. Count remains evened at 2-2 as we head to the 6th pitch of the at bat. Rodon sets and fires, and this pitch is cranked into right field. That is going to bounce off the wall. Judge is going to turn and fire in. Benj is rounding first, heading to second, and he is going to be in there sliding safe for the double. That is Benj's 6th double on the season. Yep. And coming up to bat is Bo Bichette, 0 for 1 on the night. And it looks like a meeting of the minds is happening at the mound. And Rodon sets. He checks on the runner at first and fires. The pitch is up and in. So Bichette is going to do a way back. Rodon sets and fires, and the next pitch is down low. Count is 2-0 on Bichette. And Rodon sets, pitches on the way, and that is up and in. Count is 3-0 on Bichette. And Rodon sets, pitch is on the way, and he is going to catch the top of the strike zone for call. Strike one. Count is 3-1. And Rodon sets, and he fires, and the pitch is way off the plate, and that is going to be ball 4 for Bichette. So the Mets are going to have runners at first and second with 2 outs. Juan Soto coming up to bat. And back, Blake is coming out of the dugout to have a chat with Rodon and Wells. And Soto is 1 for 1 on the night with a single. Yep, Rodon is working hard in this inning. He is already at 60 pitches. His pitch count has gone up with a couple of long at bats this inning. And Rodon sets, checks on the runner at second. The pitch is on the way, and the sinker is just off the plate. Count is 1-0. And Rodon sets and fires, and the next pitch is a sinker off the ball. Count is 2-0 on Soto. And it looks like Jake Bird is warming up in the bullpen. Rodon sets and fires, and that fastball paints the outside corner. Count is 2-1 on Soto. And Rodon sets, fires, and the sinker is waved at by Soto. Count is now evened at 2-2. And Rodon sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Straight back out of play. Count remains deuce. What color is that goose? Yankee fans are up on their feet. Met fans are on their feet. And are we going to have dark Rodon? And Rodon sets, fires, and the four-seamer is up high. Count is now full, 3-2. And the pitch is on the way, and the pitch is up high and out of the strike zone. So that is going to be ball 4 to Soto. The Mets are going to have the bases juiced with Met runners. Coming up to bat is Matt Vientos. Rodon has thrown 34 pitches in this inning. And Rodon sets. Pitch is on the way, and that ball goes all the way to the backstop. And it's in the air. They're going to throw it away. And 2 runs are going to score on that wild pitch and then Rodon error throw. So the Reds now have a 2-1 lead. So Rodon cleared the bases by himself. He threw a wild pitch that was way over Wells' head. The ball was up in the air. Rodon tries to barehand it and then throws it home past Wells. And Soto is going to end up at third base. And the pitch to Vientos is swung on and fouled off. Count is 0-1. And Rodon sets and fires, and the pitch is up and in. Count is 2-1 on Vientos. Vientos is 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout. And the pitch is on the way. Vientos swings and misses at the changeup. Count is even at 2-2. And the pitch is on the way, and this is bounced to Rosario. Rosario fields it cleanly and fires to Goldie at first, and that is going to do it for the Mets in the bottom of the third, but not before they tack 2 runs on to take a 2-1 lead. Coming up bat for the Yankees in the top of the fourth is going to be Ahmed Rosario, Trent Grisham, and Anthony Volpe. And from our scoreboard today, the Blue Jays beat the Tigers 2-1. Cardinals beat the Royals 4-2. Rockies beat the Diamondbacks 4-2. Phillies beat the Pirates 6-0. Nationals beat the Orioles 13-3. Marlins beat the Rays 10-5. The Guardians and Reds are locked up at 4s in the bottom of the 7th. Astros have a 4-0 lead on the Rangers in the top of the 5th. White Sox have a 5-0 lead on the Cubs in the bottom of the 4th. Brewers and Twins are locked up at 1s in the top of the 5th. Braves and the Red Sox are locked up at 1s in the top of the 5th. Heading to the top of the 4th, Mets have a 2-1 lead on the Yankees. Padres now have a 5-0 lead on the Mariners in the top of the 4th. And those are your active games at this time. 2 more to start. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. How many strikeouts will Rodon get on the night? This may be the last chance that you get to actually drop that one. If you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. We are at 25 likes, 5 short of our goal of 30. Hello, Felix. Welcome to the stream. And Peterson sets and fires, and the slider catches the outside of the strike zone. Count is 0-1. Rosario is 0 for 1 on the night, grounded out in his first plate appearance. Next pitch is on the way, and Rosario fouls it off. Count is 0-2 on Rowe. Rosario takes a pitch up and in. Count is 1-2 on Rosario. Peterson sets and fires, and the changeup is fouled off. Count it remains at 1-2. Peterson sets, pitch is on the way, and Rosario swings and misses on the slider. Count is, or the first out. Coming up to bat is Trent Grisham, 1 for 1 on the day with a RBI. He drove in our first run of the afternoon or evening. Peterson sets and fires, and Grisham fouls the pitch off. Count is 0-1. Peterson sets and fires, and the pitch is down low. Curveball is in the dirt. Count is 1-1. Peterson sets and fires, and Grisham fouls this one straight back. Count is 1-2 on Grisham. Yeah, James, that damn sure was ugly. Peterson sets and fires, and that pitch is up high. And Torrens is challenging it. And the call is overturned. That is call strike 3 looking. So that is the second out of the inning. So that is back-to-back strikeouts for Peterson. Coming up to bat is Anthony Volpe. Does not have an official at bat tonight. He walked in his first plate appearance. And the pitch is on the way. And the curveball is in the dirt. Count is 1-0. And the pitch is on the way, and this is lifted to right field. Benz goes back, and he makes the play short of the warning track for the third out of the inning. So the Yankees are retired 1-2-3, and that's all you see. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. Looks like Rodon is coming out to pitch in the bottom of the fourth. We have 23 votes in our active poll at this moment, so let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. We are at 26 likes, 4 short of our goal. So if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you are not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Hardcore Sports simulcasts all of our live play-by-plays, and we here on Yankees The Ugly Truth do those play-by-plays. I called 146 games last year. I've incorporated shorts. I've dropped 150 since the off season. And if you like open panels, I pull them and invite anyone from the chat to come up and talk a little bit of baseball. So if that's something that you like, please consider subscribing. We are at 723 subscriptions, 2 short of our next milestone of 25. So anything that you can do to help us meet our goal would be most appreciated. Coming up to bat in the bottom of the fourth is going to be Semien, Ewing, and Slater. And Rodon sets, and the first pitch is a sinker right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike one, count is 0-1. And Rodon sets. Next pitch is on the way, and the changeup is down low. Count is 1-1. Semien is 0-1 on the day with a strikeout. One of 5 victims on the night. Next pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2 on Semien. And Rodon sets and fires, and that pitch is waved at and struck out for the 6th strikeout of Rodon on the night. Coming up to bat is Ewing, 0-1 on the night. And the pitch is on the way. It is bounced back to Rodon. Rodon fields it and fires to Goldie for the 2nd out of the inning. That is a 1-pitch out. Austin Slater is coming up to bat, 0-1 on the day with a strikeout at his first plate appearance. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Rodon sets and fires, and the changeup is off the plate. Count is 1-1. Rodon sets and fires, and the pitch is down in the dirt. Count is 2-1. Rodon sets and fires, and that pitch is a bit high. Count is now 3-1 on Slater. Come on, Carlos, get your head out of your ass. Let's do it. And welcome to the stream, Carl. Appreciate it. And the pitch is on the way, and it misses outside for ball 4. And Jake Bird is warming up in the bullpen once again. Brett Beatty has come out to bat 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. Pitch is on the way, and it is up and in. Count is 1-0. And Rodon sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 1-1. Rodon sets. Pitch is on the way, and the fastball is off the plate. Count is 2-1. Robert, it could very well be his last batter. Ed Rodon sets. There's a pickoff attempt at first base, a weak one at that. Slater is back in standing up, and the fans in the stadium are booing. Pitch is on the way, and that is inside. Count is now 3-1 on Beatty. Rodon is at 86 pitches. Pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is now full, 3-2. Time to get nasty, Carlos. And Rodon sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is hammered into right field over Judge's head. It's going to be on the wall. Slater is rounding third, and that is going to be a stand-up double for Beatty, and that makes it 3-1. And that is going to end the night for Rodon. 86 pitches to get through 3 2/3 innings. And we're going to end the active poll for this portion. In Rodon's second start of the 2026 season, how many strikeouts will he get? We had 0 to 2 Ks, 8%. I have no clue, 12%. 6+ Ks, 26%. And 54% said 3 to 5. Rodon ended the night with 5 strikeouts. So those of you that said 3 to 5, congratulations. You got the poll right. And we are dropping our second active poll for the night. Will the Yankees come back and win tonight? So please take a moment to drop your vote. Let your voice be heard, your vote be counted. Jake Bird is coming into the game, and he is going to be facing the 9-hitter, Luis Torrens. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, yeah, I have a short built on Carlos Rodon, questioning them bringing him up too soon. And Bird sets and he fires, and the sweeper is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1 on Torrens. Torrens is 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout. Bird sets and fires, and that pitch is swung on and missed. Torrens is down 0-2. And Bird sets, fires, and that pitch is right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike three. Bird gets him on 3 pitches. So that is good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Torrens. Coming up to bat in the top of the 5th is going to be Wells, Rice, and Judge. 9-1-2. Well, if we're going to score runs, this is an ideal opportunity to do it. In our active scoreboard for today, the Guardians now have a 6-4 lead on the Reds in the bottom of the 8th. Astros have a 4-0 lead on the Rangers in the bottom of the 6th. White Sox have a 7-0 lead on the Cubs in the bottom of the 5th. Brewers have a 2-1 lead on the Twins in the bottom of the 6th. Braves had a 2-1 lead on the Red Sox in the top of the 7th. As you know, heading to the top of the 5th, the Mets have a 3-1 lead on the Yankees. Padres now have a 5-1 lead on the Mariners, top of the 5th. And later this evening, we have the Dodgers and the Angels at 9:38. And the Giants and the Athletics at 9:40. That is your active scoreboard for tonight. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our second active poll of the night. If you have not, please hit the like button, share the channel out. We are at 26 likes, 4 short of our goal of 30 per live stream. So let's make it happen. And for those of you that are not, please consider subscribing to the Hardcore Sports Network. They are simulcasting this stream at this time. And Yankees The Ugly Truth. You may ask yourself why you'd subscribe. And first of all, it's free. Second of all, if you like live play-by-plays, I call almost every game, Wednesdays being the exception, because I bowl in leagues. Thanks, Cruz. Appreciate it. And if you like shorts, since the off season, I've published 150 shorts, different perspectives, talking baseball, and also hold open panels with anyone invited to come up and participate. And the first pitch is on the way, and the sinker is off the plate to Wells. Count is 1-0. And Peterson sets, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 1-1. Peterson sets and fires and paints the outside corner with a sinker. The count is 1-2. And Peterson sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is way up high. Count is evened at 2-2 on Wells. Pitch is on the way, and Wells swings and misses for strike 3. So that is the first out of the inning. So that is the first out in the 5th. Coming up to bat is the leadoff hitter, Ben Rice. Rice is fouled out and grounded out. And the first pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. And Peterson sets and fires. And that pitch is fouled down the third base line. Count is 0-2 on Rice. And the pitch is on the way, and that is in the dirt. Count is now 1-2 on Rice. You can tell he's nibbling towards the outside, trying to get Rice to chase. Peterson sets, and the pitch is on the way, and it hits Rice. So Rice is going to strip his gear off and head to first. It was a curveball. All rise. The judge is in the chambers. The captain is 1 for 2 on the night, a single and a strikeout. And Peterson sets. Pitch is way off the plate. Count is 1-0. And I guarantee that Peterson is going to be cautious with the captain. Expect a changeup anytime. Peterson sets and fires, and Judge fouls the changeup off. Count is 1-1. Judge is going to see a steady diet of changeups. Changeups and sinkers. And Peterson sets. Pitch is on the way, and the fastball is inside. Count is 2-1 on the captain. Peterson checks on the runner. He sets and fires, and the slider catches the bottom of the strike zone for call, strike 2. So the count is 2-2. And how do you do? Peterson sets and fires, and the slider is down low. Count is full on the judge. 3-2. And Peterson sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is down low and in the dirt. So that is going to be ball 4. So the Yankees are going to have runners at first and second with 1 out. Coming up to bat is Cody Bellinger. 0 for 2 on the night, a weak ground out in front of the plate, and a strikeout. And it looks like a mound visit is happening. And Peterson sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off of Torrens' leg. Don't rub it, Torrens. Don't rub it, brother. And they're going to give Torrens a little bit of time to walk this one off. This hit his thigh. Charlie horse guaranteed. And Torrens is ready. Bellinger's back in the box. Peterson sets, and the pitch is off the plate. Count is evened at 1-1. Peterson sets, and the fastball is way outside. Count is 2-1 on Belly. Peterson sets and fires, and this pitch is hammered down the first base line, foul. Hey, David, how's it going? Really, 99.4? That's pretty impressive. Peterson checks on the runner at second. Pitch is on the way, and Bellinger bounces this to Bichette. He tags second and throws to first, but not in time. So Judge is going to be retired at second. Yankees are going to have runners at first and third. Yeah, Bellinger beat that one out. There's no challenge. Coming up to bat is Paul Goldschmidt, 1 for 2 on the night with a strikeout. And as you know, Goldie is a freaking nightmare for left-handed pitchers. And the pitch is on the way, and it is called strike one. Damn sure off the plate, but Goldie is not going to challenge it. Next pitch is on the way, and that is inside. Count is 1-1 on Goldie. Thanks, Lou. Appreciate that. And Peterson sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is driven through the right side of the infield. And Rice is going to score. So the score is now 3-2. Yankees are going to have runners at first and second with 2 outs. Jazz Chisholm Jr. coming up to bat. So, Jazz, please, for the love of God, situational hitting. Goldie is a professional hitter. Right side was completely open, and he waited for an outside pitch and hammered it. And the pitch is on the way. The slider is down low to Jazz. Count is 1-0. Jazz is 1 for 2 with a double, a strikeout, and a run scored. So can Jazz do it and tie this game up? Pitch is on the way, and Jazz swings and misses at the slider. Count is 1-1. Peterson checks on the runner at second. Pitch is on the way, and the curveball is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2 on Jazz. Looking at something off the plate. See if Jazz will chase. Peterson sets and fires. That pitch is a curveball in the dirt. Count is evened at 2-2. He's still throwing something off the plate. Slider, changeup, guaranteed. Peterson sets and fires, and Jazz swings and misses at the high fastball. And that is going to do it for the Yankees, but not before they pick up a run to close the gap to 3-2. Coming up to bat in the bottom of the fifth is going to be Benj, Bichette, and Soto. 1, 2, 3, and that's what you see. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. Will the Yankees come back tonight? And if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. We are at 27 likes. Anything you could do would be most appreciated. And if you are not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees The Ugly Truth, please consider subscribing to one and the same. If you ask yourself why we call a lot of play-by-plays, Hardcore Sports simulcasts us. If you like shorts, I've dropped about 150 of them this season, and I held open panels inviting everyone to hop in and talk a little bit of baseball. And hey, Atlanta, welcome to the stream. And we have another home run from the chat. We have our 724th subscriber. Not sure who you are, but thank you for trusting us to provide quality content for you. We are now at 724 subscribers, one short of our milestone of 725. So thank you for whoever subscribed. It is most appreciated. And I want to thank everybody here for taking a little bit of time to listen to some baseball on your busy Saturday night. And Jake Bird is going to remain in the game. And the first pitch is a sweeper inside. Count is 1-0. Bench is 1 for 2 on the day. Doubled and scored a run. And Bird sets and fires, and the sinker is off the plate. Count is 2-0. And Bird sets, and the sweeper is swung on and missed. Count is 2-1. Bird sets and fires, and that pitch is check swing foul. Count is now 2-2. Bird sets and fires, and the cutter misses off the plate. Count is now full, 3-2. Bird sets and fires, and the cutter is fouled off. Count remains 3-2. Pitch is on the way, and this is bounced up the middle past Volpe, and that is going to be into center field. So that is a leadoff hit for Benj. Coming up to bat is Bichette. Bichette is 0 for 1 on the night with a base on balls and a run scored. And Bird sets, pitches on the way, and the sweeper is right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. And Bird sets and fires, and the sweeper fastball is going to be called. Strike two, paints the top of the strike zone. Count is 0-2 on Bichette. And the pitch is on the way. The sweeper is in the dirt. Count is 1-2 on Bichette. Trying to get him a little bit off the plate. Bird sets, fires, and the sweeper is off the plate. Count is evened at 2-2. Hedrick is warming up in the pen. There's a pickoff attempt at first. Benj is back in head first safe. So for those of you just hopping in the stream, we're on the top of the fifth. Mets lead the Yankees 3-2. Mets have a runner on first with nobody out. And the pitch is on the way. And that is a pop-up to Jazz Chisholm. He is going to make the play, and that is the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Juan Soto. And it looks like Boot is going to do the pitching change. Hedrick is coming out to face Soto. Soto is 1 for 1 on the night with a single and a base on balls. And we have an RBI from the chat. We have reached our milestone of 30 likes. We were at 31. Thank you for all of you who have dropped a like in the stream. Our all-time is high is 50 likes. So 20 away from beating that record. And if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We have 19 votes at this point. So, how are we feeling about the game thus far? Drop a comment. Let's talk about it. If the Yankees are able to pull this one off, it'll be the first time that we have beat the Mets in a series at Citi Field since 2018. So I think that streak is long enough. We need to break that one. And Hedrick sets. The first pitch is a sinker inside. Count is 1-0 on Soto. Next pitch is on the way, and that is going to paint the bottom of the strike zone for call. Strike one. Soto is challenging it. And that is going to be overturned. So the count is 2-0. Next pitch is on the way, and it paints the outside corner for call. Strike one. Count is 2-1. Next pitch is on the way, and it is down low. Count is now 3-1 on Soto. Next pitch is inside for ball four. So he is going to take the walk. So the Mets have runners at first and second with one away. Coming up to bat is Vientos, 0 for 2 on the night with a ground out and a strikeout. Hedrick sets and fires, and that pitch is fouled off. Count is 0-1. All right, Sean. And this ball is grounded past the diving Rosario. It is going to make it all the way to the wall. And one is going to score. 2 runs are going to score. And that is a double for Vientos. And the Mets have a 5-2 lead on the Yankees now. Well, hell. Hey, Dev, welcome to the stream. And the first pitch to Semien is low and inside. Count is 1-0. Hedrick sets and fires, and the slider catches the outside of the strike zone for strike one. Count is 1-1 on Semien. Pitch is on the way, and this is grounded to Rosario. Rosario looks the runner back at second, fires across the diamond to record the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat, Ewing, 0 for 2 on the night, fly out and a ground out. And the first pitch is on the way, and he cannot hold up the check swing. Count is 0-1 on the slider. Pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2 on Ewing. Hedrick sets and fires, and that pitch is waved at, and he is down on strikes. So that is going to be a good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Ewing. So as we head to the top of the sixth, the Mets have a 5-2 lead on the Yankees. Coming up to bat is going to be Rosario, Grisham, and Volpe. And from our active scoreboard today, the Blue Jays beat the Tigers 2-1. Cardinals beat the Royals 4-2. Rockies beat the Diamondbacks 4-2. Phillies beat the Pirates 6-0. Nationals beat the Orioles 13-3. Marlins beat the Rays 10-5. Guardians beat the Reds 7-4. Astros have a 4-1 lead on the Rangers in the top of the eighth. White Sox have an 8-1 lead on the Cubs in the top of the seventh. Brewers have a 2-1 lead on the Twins in the top of the eighth. Red Sox lead the Braves 3-2 in the bottom of the ninth. As you know, heading to the top of the sixth, the Mets lead the Yankees 5-2. Padres lead the Mariners 7-2 in the top of the seventh. And we have the Dodgers and Angels starting at 9:38. About 8 minutes from now, and the Giants and the Athletics starting at 9:40. For those of you who are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. Will the Yankees come back and win this game? And if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. We are at 32 likes. So we passed our goal of 30. However, shooting for beating our all-time high, which was 50. So we are 19 likes away from that goal. This stream is being simulcast on the Hardcore Sports Network. So if you haven't subscribed to Hardcore Sports, please consider doing so. We here at the Yankees The Ugly Truth are at 724 subscribers. Our next milestone is 725, so we are one away. And the first pitch is on the way, and this is a high drive down the left field line. And Rosario is going to be in there with a stand-up double. Coming up to bat is Trent Grisham, 1 for 2 on the night. Night, Sean. Appreciate you taking time to be here, brother. Ed Peterson sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is a slider in there for call, strike one. Count is 0-1 on Grish. And Peterson sets and fires, and the slider is down low. Count is 1-1. Yeah, it's Armed Forces weekend. John, thank you. Appreciate that. And Peterson sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is Chop foul. Count is 1-2. Yes, sir. Thank you for your service, David. If you don't recognize him, he is Texas Buckeye. And the next pitch is a slider in there for call, strike 3. That is Peterson's 8th strikeout of the night, a season high. And Kaz, you too, Air Force I. Volpe is coming up to bat, 0 for 1 on the day with a walk. He has not received a hit since returning to the major leagues. And the first pitch is off the plate. Count is 1-0. Peterson sets and fires, and that pitch is inside. Count is 2-0 on Volpe. Pitch is on the way, and it is a sinker on the outside corner for call, strike 1. Count is 2-1 on Volpe. Productive at bat, son. Productive at bat. Peterson checks on the runner, and the pitch is on the way. The sinker is off the plate. Count is 3-1 on Volpe. Peterson sets and fires, and that pitch is down low for ball 4. So that is the 5th walk for Volpe. Wells is coming up to bat, and it looks like Peterson is out of here. So hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. And one more time. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more, no more. You're out of here. That is Volpe's 5th walk since being recalled. No hits, 5 walks. He's getting on base. And it looks like Brooks Raley is coming in to replace Peterson. Raley is a left-handed pitcher. I think he might actually be the only lefty that they have in their bullpen. Austin Wells is 0 for 2 on the night with a pair of strikeouts. And we have another home run from the chat. We have just hit our milestone of 725 subscribers. So thank you. I'm not sure who subscribed, but it is most appreciated. And thank you for trusting us to provide you some quality content. Raley is 1-1 on the season with a 1.06 ERA and 17 innings pitched, 20 strikeouts, 6 walks. And the first pitch is on the way, and the cutter is in there for call, strike 1. Count is 0-1 on Wells. Next pitch is on the way, and the slider is off the plate. Count is 1-1. Rarely sets and fires, and that pitch is fouled off. Count is now 1-2 on Wells. Next pitch is on the way, and Wells fouls it straight back. Count remains 1-2. Rarely sets, checks on the runner second, fires, and the sweeper is down low. Count is evened at 2-2. And how do you do? Pitch is on the way, and Wells swings and misses for strike 3. So that is going to be the second out in the 6th, and Wells now is the proud owner of a hat trick. Coming up to bat is Big Ben Rice. 0 for 2 on the night, but was hit by a pitch and has scored a run. And Rayleigh sets, pitch is on the way, and Rice foul tips this one. Count is 0-1. And Rayleigh sets and fires, and the cutter is off the plate. Count is 1-1. Rayleigh sets and fires, and that pitch is way inside. Count is now 2-1. Damn near hit Rice on that one. Rayleigh sets, pitches all the way, and Rice grounds this one to Vientos. Vientos flips to Rayleigh, and he's going to step on the bag to record the third out. And that is going to do it for the Yankees in the top of the 6th. Coming up in the bottom of the 6th is Slater, Beatty, and Torrens. 7, 8, 9. And I will be right back. Well, what did we have for dinner tonight? I had some soup, but I'm not thinking that that's going to cut it. So I might have to do something else after the game is over with. For those of you just hopping into the stream, we are in the bottom of the sixth. Mets lead the Yankees 5-2. Cheeseburgers. All right. Bought or made? Coming up to bat is Slater, Beatty, and Torrens. 7, 8, 9. It looks like Hedrick is going to stay in. All right, outstanding. First pitch from Hedrick is just off the plate. Count is 1-0. Slater was brought into the Yankees as a left-handed killer. Now he's facing a lefty. Pitch is on the way, and this is sky to right field. Judge is tracking it and makes the play. And that is the first out of the 6th inch for the 6th. Hey, Lenny, welcome to the stream. Yeah, he damn sure isn't doing anything tonight or most of the season. Brett Beatty is coming up to bat, 1 for 2 on the night with a double, a strikeout, and an RBI. And the first pitch is a slider swung on and missed. Hey, Tasty. Welcome to the stream. How the baby's doing? And Hedrick sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is down low. Count is 1-1. Hedrick sets and fires, and the slider is off the plate. Count is 2-2. Pitch is on the way, and Beatty fouls it off. Damn it, missed. My first miss in several days. Hedrick sets, and he fires, and that pitch is fouled off. Hey, FJ, welcome to the stream. Hedrick sets and fires, and that paints the heart of Broadway for call, strike 3. And that is going to be the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Luis Torrens, a former Yankee farmhand. 0 for 2 on the night with a pair of strikeouts. First pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 0-1. Hedrick sets. Hey, Jonathan, welcome to the stream. Pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 0-2 on Torrens. Yeah, it's not looking good, but there's still time. And Hedrick sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Yeah, it's hard to believe, Tasty, that they're a year and a half already. Pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Torrens takes time out. Torrens was the one that put a dent in Rodon's butt with a 10-pitch at bat. Pitch is on the way, and it is called strike 3. So Torrens now has the hat trick. And for those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our second active poll of the night. Will the Yankees come back and win this one? We currently have, 24 votes. So thank you for those who have participated. I want to thank everybody for taking time out of your busy Saturday to listen to a little bit of baseball. And Tasty, you asked about my family. Well, my young grandson, Wyatt, 5 years of age, was diagnosed with pneumonia yesterday. He has been hey, youngster, welcome to the stream. He has been a superior T-ball player his first season out, banging balls on the air into the outfield. And he was pretty pissed this morning that he could not go to play in his T-ball game. Other than that, things are going well. Thank you for asking. For those of you that are here, if you haven't hit the like button or share the channel out, we're at 35 likes, looking at beating our all-time high of 50. So we are 16 likes away from that. So anything you can do to help us beat that goal would be most appreciated. And this play-by-play is being streamed on Yankees Ugly Truth, but it is being simulcast on the Hardcore Sports Network. Yeah, he's on antibiotics in Texas, and he was not feeling that at all. But I had to bribe him with some chocolate to take the liquid crap. I took a little taste of it. It tastes like ass, total ass. I don't know why they can't make an antibiotic that doesn't taste like shit, but who knows? Yeah, I remember when players could hit the ball. Doesn't appear to be so here, but. And the captain is up to bat. Rayleigh is still in. First pitch is on the way, and the sinker is down low. Count is 1-0. Hey, SJ, welcome to the stream. And Rayleigh sets. Pitch is on the way, and Judge hammers this one down the left field. It's down the line. It's a fair ball. It's going to roll to the corner, and Judge is going to be in the second with a stand-up double. Well, personally, with regard to Rodon, I felt that he could have used a couple of more rehab starts, and I think the Yankees brought him up too early. First pitch is on the way, and Bellinger skies this one to right center field. Bench comes in, and he misplays the ball, and Judge is rounding third, heading for home. And he is going to score. So the score is now 5-3, and Bellinger is on second on the two-base error. Score is now 5-3. Coming up to bat is Paul Goldschmidt. So is Rayleigh going to be left in the game to face a left-handed killer. First pitch is on the way. Apparently so. It is swung on and missed. Count is 1-0 or 0-1. Pitch is on the way, and Goldie fouls this one sharply down the right field line. Goldie is 2 for 3 on the night with a pair of singles and an RBI. Next pitch is on the way, and Goldie fouls it off. Count remains 0-2. And Rayleigh sets and fires, and that pitch hits Goldschmidt. So the Yankees are going to have runners at first and second with nobody out. And Luke Weaver, the ex-Yankee, is warming up in the bullpen. Coming up to bat is Trent Grisham, 1 for 3 on the night with a double and a pair of strikeouts. So situational hitting, Jazz. And the umpire is going to break up the meeting of the minds on the mound. And Rayleigh sets. First pitch is on the way, and Jazz drops a bunt over the head, and that is going to get over the pitcher's head between the second baseman, so everyone is going to be safe. So that is a chip shot, bunt single for Jazz Chisholm. So the Yankees now have the bases juiced with nobody out. Coming up to bat is Ahmed Rosario. And that is going to do it for Rayleigh. So hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. And one more time. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. And for those of you that are here, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. We are at 35 likes, looking at trying to beat our all-time high of 51. So if you haven't hit the like button, please consider doing so. We have an active poll tonight. Will the Yankees come back and win tonight? If you haven't posted your vote, let your vote be counted and your voice be heard. We have 25 votes at this time, so thank you to everybody who has voted. And here, this live stream is from Yankees Ugly Truth, but is being simulcast on the Hardcore Sports Network. So if you haven't subscribed to Hardcore Sports, please consider doing so. And here on the Yankees The Ugly Truth, please consider subscribing here. We're at 725 subscriptions. Our next milestone is 730, so we're 5 away from that. If you ask yourself why, we offer a lot of play-by-plays. I did 146 last season. And if you like shorts, I've posted 150 since the since the end of last season. And if you like open panels, I host them and invite everyone in the stream to come up. And the first pitch is on the way. Pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1 on Rosario. Weaver sets, pitch is on the way, and Rosario swings over a changeup, and the count is 0-2. Come on, Ro. Situational hitting, situational hitting, situational hitting. Weaver sets and fires, and that pitch is fouled straight back. And Weaver sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is chopped foul down the third base line. Count is going to remain 0-2 on Rosario. Situational hitting, brother. Situational hitting. So we're going to the fifth pitch of the at bat. Count is 0-2 on Rosario. And Weaver sets, fires, and the pitch is off the plate. Count is 1-2 on Rowe. Weaver sets and fires, and Rosario swings and misses for strike three, non-productive out Rowe. So Weaver gets the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Trent Grisham, 1-for-2 on the day, or 1-for-3 on the day. And the first pitch is called strike one. Grisham is challenging it. And the Yankees are going to lose a challenge. It is confirmed that it is a strike, so the Yankees have one challenge remaining. And Weaver sets and fires, and that pitch is right down the heart of Broadway for strike two. Count is 0-2 on Grisham. And Weaver sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed for strike three. So that is good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Trent. 2 outs. The bases are still juiced. Anthony Volpe coming up to bat. First pitch is on the way, and it is up high. Pitch is on the way, and Volpe grounds this to Bichette. Bichette flips it to Semien, and the Mets escape. Not before the Yankees are able to close the gap to 5-3. Well, you don't have to worry about him because I just timed his ass out for 24 hours, so he's gone. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. Will the Yankees come back and win the game tonight? We have 35 likes. So we've passed our goal of 30, but looking at trying to break our record of 50. So hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. And it looks like Tim Hill is coming in to replace Brett Hedrick. He's going to face Carson Benj, Bo Bichette, and Juan Soto. 1, 2, and 3. And that's what we're going to see. Nope, we did not, Texas. And the first pitch to Benj, they say it's outside. It looked like he clipped the strike zone to me. Next pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed. Count is 1-1. Benj is 2 for 3 on the night with a single, a double, and 2 runs scored. Next pitch is on the way, and that is in there for call. Strike 2. Count is 1-2 on Benj. Pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count remains 1-2. I don't have an issue with people having a different opinion. Okay, we're at 724. Somebody unsubscribed. Roger that. I don't have a problem with people having a difference of opinion. However, don't be an asshole about it. And the pitch is on the way, and it is called ball 2. I think that count. It clipped the strike zone too. Next pitch is on the way. It is grounded to Rosario. Rosario sets and fires, but he is not in time. Benj is going to beat it out. So this is a 3-hit night for Benj, an infield hit. So the question I have is, if Ryan McMahon is at third base, is Benj standing at first? First pitch is on the way, and Bichette shows bunt, but the pitch is down low. Count is 1-0 on Bichette. Pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 1-1. See the ball, hit the ball. I remember that. And Hill sets, fires, and the pitch is off the plate. Count is 2-1. And that pitch is bounced to second. Hill throws to second. So the runner is out at second. Relay is not in time. Not a big surprise. Anthony Volpe's weak arm was not able to complete that throw. Juan Soto's coming up to bat. 1-for-1 on the night with a pair of walks. The first pitch is on the way, and that is just inside. And the pitch is hammered into right field. And Bichette is rounding second, heading to third. So the Mets are going to have runners at first and third with one out. Coming up to bat is Matt Vientos. 1-for-3 on the night. Double, a strikeout, and 2 RBIs. All right, it's time for shutdown / rally hats. And it looks like Aaron Boone is pulling the chalks on Tim Hill. No Soto, zone I. Oh, shit. Camilo Duvall is coming into the game to replace Hill. I had my first missed shot in 3 days, shooting at the goal while calling play-by-plays. So I had to recover my trash and put it in there. And James, welcome to the stream. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. This is our second one of the night. We have 29 votes. So let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. If you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And we are at 35 likes. Thank you very much for those who have hit the like button. And we were at 725 subscribers, but I think after I booted one, he unsubscribed. So now we're back at 724, and we're one away from our goal of 725. Anything that you can do to help us meet that goal would be most appreciated. And if you ask yourself why you would subscribe to Yankees The Ugly Truth, well, if you like live play-by-plays, I called 146 Yankee games last year. and the postseason. I called preseason also, spring training, as I did this year. I have dropped 150 shorts since the off season began, my first effort. And if you like open panels, I invite everyone up to talk baseball. Volpe is not injured. He's just not a good player. I think that the Yankees brought him up to showcase pitch is on the way. Soto takes off, and he is going to steal second. That ball almost went into center field. Jazz made a great play to save it. So the Mets have runners at second and third with one out. And the double play is now off the table. And that pitch was off the plate. Count is 1-0 on Vientos. Doval sets and fires, and that pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 1-1. That was a 100-mile-an-hour sinker. And Doval sets, pitches on the way, and this is bounce to Jazz. He is going to go to first, and a run is going to score. So the score is now 6-3. So there are two outs in the inning. Mets have a runner at second. Marcus Semien is coming up to bat. He is 0 for 3 on the night. 2 strikeouts. And the first pitch is on the way. And it is down low. Count is 1-0. Another 100-mile-an-hour sinker. Doval sets and fires, and that pitch is inside. Count is 2-0 on Semien. And the pitch is on the way, and Soto is going to steal third, but the pitch is in there for call. Strike one. And the pitch is on the way. And that is just off the plate. Count is 3-1. Doval sets and fires, and this ball is bounced to Rosario. Rosario sets and fires, and that is going to be the third out of the inning. But not before the Mets are able to add another run to take a 6-3 lead on the Yankees. And coming up to bat in the top of the eighth is going to be Wells, Rice, and Judge. All righty. Let's see if the lucky Navy hat can bring us back in this game. From our active scoreboard today, the Blue Jays beat the Tigers 2-1. Cardinals beat the Royals 4-2. Rockies beat the Diamondbacks 4-2. Phillies beat the Pirates 6-0. Nationals hammered the Orioles 13-3. Marlins beat the Rays 10-5. Guardians beat the Reds 7-4. Astros beat the Rangers 4-1. White Sox beat the Cubs 8-3. The Brewers beat the Twins 2-1. The Red Sox beat the Braves 3-2. As you know, heading to the top of the eighth, the Yankees are trailing the Mets 6-3. The Padres lead the Mariners 7-4 in the top of the ninth. Dodgers have a 1-0 lead on the Angels in the top of the second. And the Giants have a 1-0 lead on the Athletics in the top of the second. And that is our active scoreboard for tonight. If you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We have 29 votes. And if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. We are at 35 likes. If you are not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees The Ugly Truth, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. We are at 724 subscribers, one short of our goal point. And the first pitch is on the way, and Wells hammers a single into right field. So that is a single for Wells. 1 for 4 on the night with 3 strikeouts. Coming up to bat is Big Ben Rice. And Weaver sets. Pitch is on the way, and Rice swings and misses at the changeup. He is 0 for 3 on the night and was hit by a pitch. And Devin Williams is warming up in the pen. Weaver sets, and he fires, and the pitch paints the outside corner for call, strike 2. Count is 0-2 on Rice. Weaver sets and fires, and that ball is bounced to the first baseman. Viento fires, and that is going to be a 3-6-1 double play. Coming up to bat is the captain. All rise. The judge is in the chambers. Judge is 2 for 3 on the night with a single, double, base on balls, and a strikeout. And Weaver sets, fires, in the fastball paints the inside corner for call, strike 1. Count is 0-1. And Weaver sets, pitch is on the way, and this is fouled off by the captain. Count is 0-2. And Judge calls timeout. Knocks some dirt off his cleats. Couple practice swings. The fans are booing. And in this 2-strike situation, Judge picks up some dirt and flips it to the side, getting his mind right. Weaver sets and fires, and that pitch is fouled back. And Weaver sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is guide to center field. Ewing is tracking it and is going to make the play for the third out. That is going to be another 1-2-3 inning for the Yankees. So as we head to the bottom of the eighth, the Mets lead the Yankees 6-3. Coming up to bat is Ewing, Slater, and Beatty. The situation doesn't look great, but we still have an at bat to hopefully put it together. How are we feeling about the game? Chat is awfully quiet at this point. I think we've maybe gotten the negativity bug out. So well, honestly, Kaz, I think perspective is how you look at life. For me, I'm always optimistic. I don't ever think that life is out of reach. In my career in the Navy, I did 24 years. I was in combat a lot, shot at a lot. So, the stresses of being in combat compared to calling a baseball game, they just don't really coincide. Yeah, there's no doubt that they blew it when the base is loaded and nobody out. And it looks like Paul Blackburn is coming in to place Camilo Duvall. Yeah, and that's a perspective on life, Kaz. People who are pessimists tend to look at things negatively, always. That's just not the world that I live in or choose to live in. And Blackburn sets the first pitch to Ewing is in there for call. Strike one. That was a cutter that came in at 92 miles an hour. Pitch is out of the way, and the curveball is down in the dirt. Count is 1-1. Pitch is on the way, and that is tap foul. Count is 1-2 on Ewing. Ewing is 0 for 3 on the night with a strikeout. And Blackburn sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is fouled straight back. Count remains 1-2. Actually, Kaz, when we were 18-20, they were still complaining. Blackburn sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate. Count is now evened at 2-2. Well, we were winning 18-20. The standard complaints were McMahon stinks, Wells stinks, bullpen stinks. Pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. As we head to the 7th pitch of the at-bat, the count is still 2-2. And how do you do? Pitch is on the way, and this is tapped to Rosario. Rosario blows it, rolls off of his glove, and that's going to be probably going to be glassed as an infield hit. So that is Ewing's first hit of the night. And he is fast, so anticipate he's probably going to try to take off. First pitch is on the way to, looks like MJ Melendez is coming in to pinch hit for Slater, and the first pitch is off the plate. Count is 1-0. Next pitch is on the way, and the cutter is up high. Count is 2-0 on Melendez. Pitch is on the way, and the runner steals second base. That was a bad throw by Wells once again. And the Yankees are challenging it. It looks like his foot is off the bag, and he may actually be called out. So the call on the field is overturned. He came off the base, and the runner is out. The Yankees retain the challenge. Count is 2-1 on Melendez. And the pitch is on the way, and this is cranked down the line, and that is going to be just foul. Count is evened at 2-2. And Melendez calls timeout. And Blackburn sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is down low. Count is now full, 3-2. Next pitch is on the way, and that is down low for ball 4. So Melendez is going to take his base. So that's a 1-out walk. Don't be surprised if Melendez takes off. And the first pitch is on the way. Changeup is in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. Beatty is 1 for 3 with a double and a pair of strikeouts. And the pitch is on the way. The cutter is up high. And there is a pickoff attempt at first. Melendez is back in head first safe. Ed Blackbird sets. Pitch is on the way, and he misses just off the plate. Count is 2-1. Next pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is now 2-2. And Blackburn sets. Another pickoff attempt at first, so that is the second disengagement. You can almost guarantee that Melendez is going to be on the go. Blackburn sets. Pitch is on the way, and Beatty swings and misses for the strikeout. So that is Beatty's hat trick, third strikeout of the night. Coming up to bat is Torrens, 0 for 3 on the night with 3 strikeouts. So is he going to get his golden sombrero? Blackburn sets. Pitch is on the way, and the cutter is off the plate. Count is 0-1, or 1-0. Blackburn sets, fires, and the cutter is off the plate. Count is 2-0. Blackburn sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 2-1. Blackburn sets and fires, and the cutter is down low. Count is 3-1. Blackburn sets and fires, and the pitch is going to paint the bottom of the strike zone for call. Strike two. Count is now full. Blackburn sets. Pitch is on the way. And this is lifted to right center field. Grisham is tracking it. And he is going to put it away for the third out of the inning. And Devin Williams is definitely coming into the game. He is going to face Cody Bellinger, Paul Goldschmidt, and Jazz Chisholm Jr. in the top of the ninth. And for those of you that are here, this is your last chance to, I think, get your vote in our active poll. Will the Yankees come back and win? There are 33 votes so far, so thank you for those who have participated. If you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. We are at 35 likes. And if you are not subscribed to Yankees Get the Truth, please consider doing so. We are at 724 subscriptions, one short of our milestone of 725. And if you ask yourself why you should subscribe, we call live play-by-plays almost every day, Wednesdays being the exception when I'm in actual bowling leagues. If you like shorts, I drop a boatload of them, and I plan on doing it again tonight, dropping a short at least. So hence, if you like open panels, we do those too. I will drop the link, and anybody who wants to come up and talk baseball is more than welcome. And as we anticipated, Devin Williams is coming in to face the Yankees. So what Met rookies would you like to see in Yankee pinstripes? Kaz? Hey, James, not a problem. That's what I do. And I don't ever end a stream early unless I lose power. I won't lose power, but for a second because I have a backup generator. And Williams sets and fires, and the fastball is up high. Count is 1-0. And Williams sets, fires, and the pitch is way outside. Count is 2-0. Pitch is on the way, and that is foul tipped into Torrens's glove. Count is 2-1 on Belly. And Williams sets and fires, and that ball is inside, so that's going to be 3-1 on Bellinger. Williams sets and fires, and Bellinger fouls this one off. Count is now 3-2. you add those two to the roster, where do they play? And Williams sets. Pitch is on the way, and Bellinger swings and misses for strike three. First out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Paul Goldschmidt. First pitch is on the way, and Goldie swings and misses at the changeup. Count is 0-1. And Williams sets. Pitch is on the way, and Goldie hammers this one foul down the third base line. Count is 0-2. So what are you going to do with Spencer Jones? Pitch is on the way, and this is line to left field. Soto makes the play just short of the warning track, so that is the second out in the ninth. Coming up to bat is Jazz Chisholm Jr., 2 for 4 on the night with a single, double, and a pair of strikeouts. First pitch is on the way, and that is called strike one. I think that was off the plate. Jazz should have actually challenged it. Pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate. Count is 1-1. Pitch is on the way, and this is grounded to Vientos. Vientos feels it and takes first base. And that is going to do it for the Yankees. So the Mets are going to come back and whisk this game 6-3. And we're going to end the poll for tonight. And in our second active poll of the night, will the Yankees come back and win tonight? 61% said yes. 39% said no. We had 33 votes. So thank you for participating. And the no's win it. So tomorrow is going to be the rubber match for the series. And I will be here to call that live play-by-play at 1:35. Game time is at 1:40. The numbers for tonight, the Mets had 6 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. Yankees had 3 runs on 9 hits, 1 error. David Peterson is going to take the win to advance his record to 2-4. Carlos Rodon is going to take the loss. His record is going to be 0-1. And Devin Williams records the save. I want to thank everybody for taking time to listen to a little bit of baseball during your busy Saturday evening. So thank you very much. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow to call the rubber match of the series. And I will end in my traditional fashion of let's go Yankees, and we'll see you in the funny papers. Have a great night.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. I don't ever slow up.